Hello, my name is Barbara Defazzio, and I'm Vice President of Outpatient Mental Health Services for Circle of Friends Services. Circle of Friends Services is a division of Florida United Methodist Children's Home, and we opened in 2009 to specialize in the treatment of children and families in traumatic situations. And in recent years, we have begun to do some work with adoptive families to help adoptive families and children with the kind of normal and predictable crises that sometimes happen in the beginning stages of adoption. So today we're going to talk a little bit about adopting the child with sexual abuse trauma in their background. So you get the call from the matching department, and they tell you that they have a match for you, and you're very excited because you as adoptive parents have been waiting for this match for a very long time. So you go to the meeting, and the worker says, "We have a child for you. She's 6 years old, but she has a history of sexual abuse." And you shrug and say, "We can handle that," because you believe that you can. So you bring your little girl home, and on the very first night that that child is in your home, the adventure begins. And you might start out by coming into the living room and finding this little girl masturbating in front of everybody. Or you might find that she crawls up on your husband's leg and starts to stroke your husband. And you are horrified because you have no idea what to do. And didn't the worker tell you that this child had had trauma treatment for her sexual abuse? That's probably true. But children who have been molested have been exposed to a very natural process in a very unnatural way. And placed in new situations, they often do not know what to do, and they don't know what you expect from them. So you get some of these behaviors not because these are terrible children, but because they don't really know what else to do. So I always tell the story of one of my adoptive fathers who brought his 10-year-old daughter home, and on the very first night in their home, he knocked on her door and said, "Are you decent?" And she said yes. So he opened the door and found her standing there completely naked. And he was horrified, and he rushed over with the blanket to cover her up, and he said, "Honey, I asked you if you were decent. Why did you say yes?" And she said, "Because when my dad wanted to have sex with me, that's what he said. He said, 'Are you decent?'" So what did this adoptive father do? He sat down with this little girl, and he began her healing that very night. He did what we call the sexual safety plan. And the sexual safety plan is just this. It is sitting with a child on the very first night in your home and helping that child understand what the rules of your house are. So how do you start with this? You're going to start with the easy stuff. You're going to start by saying, "Now, honey, in this family, if you need to get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, just do it. If you need to get a drink of water, that's okay. If you want a snack before dinner, after dinner, just ask mom or dad and we'll make the decision, because some foods you can take in the living room and some foods you can't." So that's the easy stuff. Now we're going to get into what we call the sexual safety plan. And we let you start with the easy stuff to kind of get you warmed up for it. So you're going to say, in this house, if you want to go to the bathroom, nobody is going to go into the bathroom with you. And in this house, if you want to change your clothes or get up and get dressed in the morning, you can shut your door and nobody's going to bother you. And in this house, nobody is going to ask you to touch them, and we are not going to touch you in ways that make you feel uncomfortable. In this house, nobody is going to ask you to do anything sexual, ever. And in this house, mom and dad are the only ones that have sex. And we have sex because we're married, and we have sex behind closed doors. So in this house, we want to keep you safe, and we want to make sure that you tell us if anything ever happens to make you feel uncomfortable, and we will take care of it because we are your parents, and that is our job. Now, is this awkward? Yes, it is very awkward for parents to do, but we will help you get used to doing it. We will help you practice it. And I guarantee you that if you do it, you will cut down on a lot of the sexual gestures that little kids have. You'll cut down a lot of the questions that they have about what you expect from them. You will be able to help your sexually abused adoptive child heal. And you will do it in a way that will help them to get better and help you to form a very natural and loving family. So don't be afraid of this. Your adoptive child is worth it. I hope that this has been helpful to you as part of our series of helping adoptive parents understand how to take care of their newly formed family. Thank you.